Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action for the final day of July, July 31st, 2020. It's currently 3:30. I'm making this video early because I have to get out of here pretty early. I was looking at this Drio, but I'm not going to trade this. Interesting day in the markets. We had crazy news yesterday with the earnings of Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and others, Google, and just a wicked day of price action. As you can see on the SPY, we were coming down after the gap up, and then now we've been climbing all afternoon. The government decided to put their money to work, and they definitely are putting their money to work into Apple. Look at this 5-minute chart. I know it's kind of tight because there's such a huge gap from 385 here, and now we're hitting 421. I mean, we're up $36 for Apple right now, and that's near the highs of the day. The funny thing is I did take a trade today at 412 breakout. It pulled back just enough to get me out, and guess what happened? It went up 10 points. So it seems like, I'm still fighting the wiggle room and the space that I need to give certain stocks, especially like Apple. I was only in for, that was the mistake. I went in for 100 shares, and I had just changed my order. It was supposed to be 200 shares because I started looking at something else. And I just kind of sold 100 early on and then didn't really scale out on the rest. Hindsight's 2020. This is a beautiful trade if you stayed in it, but it did come against me about 30-40 cents if I had held after it made its initial move, which is not that much for Apple, especially on a day like this where it's getting so much momentum. It probably will break another high today. Hard to tell. The SPY is kind of hanging on right now. But talk of Microsoft buying TikTok, which I can't stand, by the way. My kids are on TikTok, and it's just I call it tick crack because it's just so annoying. 202. It tried here when the news came out, and then for some reason it sold off. So I was like, is it BS? Is it what's wrong? Why isn't Microsoft going up? Because TikTok's definitely the hottest thing right now in social media, and it's worth a lot of money. So as it was coming back up to 202 here, it came up really fast. So I decided not to take it, thinking it was going to pop through and kind of pull back and then get in it. I didn't want to take the upside move here. But this took off. I mean, I had an order in for 200 shares of Microsoft at 202, and I would have gotten filled probably. And then it just kind of climbed and kept going. Another trade missed. Probably the biggest miss of the day is SONN. For some reason I changed my charts, and it's kind of annoying, but I'll change it back probably by Monday. Break of this candle. Actually, the break of the number 5, and I had 500 shares at 5. I pressed the button and it jumped me. It actually halted on the way up here to 8 or almost 789. Very unfortunate for me for a missed trade. So I started looking at like Kodak. I started looking at other stuff, and I was getting nickeled and dimed. I was getting chopped around. It was a pretty boring day until like this late afternoon, which was actually setting up some potential trades going on. I'm actually still in the trading game here, so I'm going to see if something's setting up now. But like SONN is now down to, again, I have to change my charts, but it's now down to 404, and it got up to 789, so this thing is dead in the water. But I looked at Kodak today, breaking the 25 level. It never got through there, and a couple mistakes. A good trade today that I took was on this 91 break of PDD. This is the trade that got me back to break even, but of course I sold it on this move here, and it continued up to 92.66. So I'm definitely exiting early. I don't know why. I gotta figure that out. I'm taking my piece, but I'm not taking a big enough piece for the amount of shares I'm trading with. Looking through my charts here, I'm not seeing much else, but I was down $165 earlier, actually all morning into the early afternoon, and then I found a few trades on Apple and PDD and got back to break even. And then I found another one that got me up $18. So I'm up $18 to close up the day. I will most likely not take another trade, but that will close out the month. I had a great week, all green days this week, and really feeling the momentum building. I just need to feel the rhythm and take those shares and let them work a little bit. This is kind of an interesting move on 92 here. The second move through 92. There's a battle at 92. I don't think I would take it, but it's the type of thing where I'm been hit by these big time high volume stocks is I'll go through 92 and go to like 92.08 and then 92.11, showing you the teens almost, and then all of a sudden it drops back down below 92, and that's where I get all nervous. Well, not nervous, but that's where I get all, defensive and drop out of the trade before it rallies back up through 92. And Apple is now cranking. Oh my God, people are just buying this left and hand over fist. It's 423.80, 90. Oh my gosh. So if you remember one of my first videos, I talked about selling my Apple in one of my IRA accounts at 2.
That's like the.
Sorry about that noise. 424. We're still going up. I think it's going to turn here. I would not be taking a short here or anything like that because it's going to go to 430 today. Still plenty of time for that. So definitely a rally on the markets. The thing is what I'm watching is you're seeing Apple, Amazon, or I don't even see what Amazon's doing. Amazon just sitting there. I'm telling you, this is like an Apple market. The big boys announced yesterday the companies that you knew were going to make money. It's the companies that are coming up next week that are going to be in trouble. Stocks like Exxon reported today, and they're break even today, but they're near their lows. I mean, look at this. Not lows of the, since March, but lows of the last couple months. Another one is Boeing. I mean, it's dropping below its range of June, July, and going into August. So, there's a lot of big companies that are in trouble that aren't discussed right now because everyone's focused on Apple and Microsoft and everyone else. So we'll leave it at that. You guys have a good one. It was a great week, and I'm hoping to continue doing well next week and focusing on the system and taking responsibility and coming in with a winning attitude. You guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you on Monday in August.